going through the process of filling out the OSP, it's a worthwhile exercise because it's forcing you to reconcile what you're doing on the farm, what you're telling your certifier is happening, and it keeps you on track. And a lot of this stuff is up here until you get certified and go through the process. Putting it on paper, you see it there plainly. You really work through your system and make sure that what you're doing is actually what you're doing. What you're putting in your OSP is what's happening on the field. And then as a business grows, the rest of the staff that comes on board can also reference that OSP. So you don't have to tell everybody everything that happens. They can see, what are we doing for our pest control? What are we doing for disease prevention? How are we rotating crops? It's a learning tool, filling out the process as much as it could be just looking at other OSPs.
According to the federal regulations, an OSP is a plan of management of an organic production or handling operation that has been agreed to by the producer or handler and the certifying agent, and that includes written plans concerning all aspects of agricultural production or handling described in the Act and the regulations. Simply put, your OSP is your farm's management plan with all aspects, products, and processes listed out. Your certifier approves the plan to make sure everything you describe is in compliance with the organic regulations. Your organic inspector will use your OSP as the basis for your inspection to make sure that what your OSP says matches what you're doing on farm or at your operation. Most certifiers use their own OSP that is made for their specific needs and requirements. However, most OSPs require similar information.
Specific to our certifier, more or less it stays the same year after year. This year there was more significant changes to the questions that they were asking. Our production has stayed relatively similar year to year, so it is copying a lot of information from years past into the current year.
The USDA does have a standard template. Make sure to ask your certifier for their OSP template when you start your certification process. According to the federal regulations, an OSP must include 1. A description of practices and procedures to be performed. 2. A list of each substance to be used as an input in organic production or handling, including its composition, source, and location of use. 3. A description of the monitoring practices and procedures to be performed and maintained, including the frequency with which they will be performed, to verify that the plan is effectively implemented. This must include a description of the practices and procedures to verify suppliers in the supply chain and the organic status of agriculture. Operators must also take steps to prevent organic fraud, as appropriate to the certified operations activities, scope, and complexity. 4. A description of the record-keeping system implemented to comply with organic requirements. 5. A description of management practices and physical barriers established to prevent commingling of organic and non-organic products on a split operation and to prevent contact of organic production and handling operations and products with prohibited substances. 6. Information deemed necessary by the certifying agent to evaluate compliance with the regulation. If your certifier requires more information, they will let you know. Filling out an OSP is not a gotcha game. Your certifier wants to make sure they have all the information they need to determine compliance. Here are a few examples of how our certified farmers have captured their production practices in their OSPs.
What we did was create this document that talks about how we're going to farm, what our crop rotations are going to be, what our products are going to be, puts it all together in one place.
My recommendation for someone completing their OSP for the first time is just to answer the questions to the best of your ability and send it in. It's a living document, so you'll be able to make changes to it. And I think that, many people, just like myself, are really intimidated by filling out the OSP, and they want to make sure they're answering the questions right. But that can just hold you up, and you just need to fill it out, submit it, and you can make changes if you need to.
Remember, the OSP is a living document. When anything changes on your farm, you should update your OSP to reflect those changes and let your certifier know what the changes have been so that the records they have on file are accurate and they can make sure there aren't any major compliance issues with the changes that you've made.
And that's the heavy lift to going organic. I did it mostly over a weekend. You just live with it and you basically update it as things change.
Thank you for taking steps to join the community of certified organic farmers.